This is a very interesting topic, or you can say it is a very interesting question and can be asked at all levels. If you have good amount of experience, then the interviewer will try to understand how much depth you know. So let's begin.
If you go to Python official website, it says that Python is an interpreted language. And some people say Python is not a compiled one, or it is only a interpreted language, which is partially right. Let us try to understand this one by one. First, what is compilation? Just want to emphasize one statement that interpreted or compile is not the property of language, but it is a property of its implementation. So if you know, Python has a different implementation. There are C Python, Jython and many more as well.
Compilation is something like when you write certain code, it gets converted into bytecode, then this bytecode is executed. Means it converts the high level language to machine code before execution. Then execution happens at the next stage. Let's say you have some code written in Java language. You first compile the Java code using Java compiler, which generates a .class file. In the next step, you run this bytecode using Java command. So if you see, it is a two-step process. It is also faster. Why?
Because once compiled, the same code can be executed without recompiling if there is no code change. Means it does not have to be recompiled again. Yes, if any code is modified or changed, we need to compile it again. Now let's move to interpreting. Python officially say it is an interpreted language. Interpreter runs through a program line by line, convert to machine code and execute each command on go. It means instead of a two-step process, these two stages happen at the same time, or you can say as a single stage itself. So interpreter run through the program line by line, convert it first, then execute at the same time on the go. So you don't have two different commands, first for compilation then for execution. It is little bit slower because both operations happen at the same time, so it is slower. Now coming to our actual question, is Python interpreted? Yes, as per the official documentation, it says Python is an interpreted high-level programming language. But internally, compilation happens in Python as well. But generally, we call Python as an interpreted language. As it happens at the single stage as we discussed earlier, first the interpreter reads line by line, converts it, and does the execution. So both happens at the same stage. As a programmer, we might not notice, but technically, compilation happens internally and Python has CPython. I found a very good article on Stack Overflow. You can read more about it from the link in the description below. So if next time your interviewer asks if it is an interpreted language, you can say yes, Python is an interpreted language, but it also has some internal compilation and explain what we have discussed.